Okay, Joko Christian here, and we're going to talk about project management, business process, and proposal. This is a class of project management in Budi Luhur University for Faculty of Economic and Business in International Business Management. Firstly, I must give you some information that the course content and meeting slides are compiled from various sources and mainly is from PMBOK Guide 6th edition. Okay, the learning objective of this meeting is, after completing this meeting, students will be able to understand and differentiate project management process group, understand project management business process contents, and understand project management proposal contents. First topic is project management process groups. Process groups can be seen as the grouping of mark that. We can see process groups as below that. How to mark anyway? Very well. That's right. Process groups. Process groups consist of 5 main processes. It's origination, initiation, plan, execute, monitor, control, and the closing. So in the project life cycle, you can see there are 5 major processes here, from the project origination, project initiation, project planning, project execution and control, and project closeout. These 5 big group process, you can say, is consisting of many smaller processes, such as develop project proposals, evaluate project proposals, and select proposals in the project origination. And you can see from this life cycle, there are many documents that are generated and used when the project in the life cycle of the project. Okay, now the project origination have a purpose of evaluating the project proposed for the next planning cycle and to have a consensus what projects to be selected. So in the project origination process group, there are project proposals that are, we can call it as a candidacy for project go to the green light to do the project. And in the project proposals, we create business case and propose solution. The output is a document that's called project proposal. And based on evaluation criteria, each organization will have its own evaluation criteria. They will evaluate the proposal. The process consists of proposal presentation, or sometimes we call the pitching, and then the proposal evaluation by the committee or a board, and they rate the proposal, which output the document of evaluation rating. After that, they use the criteria that they have planned based on the evaluation rating to select the proposal, which means there are priority proposal, and they will choose the project and notify the sponsor and the stakeholders that included in the proposals, and they tell that the proposal is being accepted or rejected. Now, The context. During the initiating process, you are creating the document which are needed to define a new project. This is the keyword here, to define a new project or a new phase of existing project. Many times, you need to do a feasibility study. Feasibility study will help you to make a case and make an informed decision whether to perform or not a business case to become a project. Now, they are considered to be the part of the project initiating process group since they are created prior to the start of project. The project itself is not de facto started yet, but it's still in the early phase. So the most critical part of the initiation process is the project charter. This is a document which formally authorizes a project, and once it's signed, it is signed, the project can then progress to the planning process. The project origination deliverables consist of business case, proposed solution or the proposal. Both of this is the main document that needs to be created before the project can be started. And there's a project proposal understanding. Sometimes it's optional. And proposals removed from further consideration. This is the rejects proposals. Evaluation rating by the board or committee that legalize the project to be started or not. And then priority proposals, select proposals, and the notice. If we put ourselves as the project managers, then our main focus is here. We need to create the business case and we need to create the proposed solution so we can pitch it in front of the committee that have the power to legalize, to say go or no go for the project that needs to be started. Now, let's see about the business case. Business case defines the business need for the project, and it supports the project proposals with objective analysis of the cost and benefit. The keyword here is cost and benefit of doing the proposed project. Business case content usually have these 8 major groups, which is 1. Project identification, 2. Executive summary, 3. Business needs and problem, 4. Solutions, 5. Strategic alignment, 6. Anticipated benefit, both qualitative and quantitatively, 7. Anticipated cost and benefit. This is a cost analysis or benefit analysis. And 8, the approval or disapproval. Now, in the project identification, there will be information such as what is the project name, the date, the agency, or the project managers or the third-party agency that being hired to do the project, business units, program area of the project, who's the sponsor of the project, who's the manager, and the team for doing the project. Executive summary is a short summary that provides information on the issues surrounding the business problem. So we can say much like an abstract. So the reader, before he or she reads more deeper from the business case, he or she can have a mental image about the issues surrounding the business. The third group is the business needs and the problem that describes the need or problem for driving the proposed project. Number 4 is the solution that are proposed, and it describes briefly the product of the project that will resolve the business need or the problem, and the solution can be written down explicitly in this business case. Fifth is strategic alignment, fit with organization mission, that describes how the project is consistent with the mission or provide rationale if it's not. Sixth, anticipated cost and benefit will list all anticipated benefits resulting directly from the project. It will specify the way there will be measurable improvement, the key is here, or of a new capabilities, and considering the implication of not doing the project. So you can type here, or you can report in this business case, if we do not do this project, then there will be repercussion. What is the repercussion? What is the benefits that would be missed if we do not do this project? Now, we can see this anticipated cost and benefit more deeply by providing cost and benefit analysis. And this cost and benefit analysis is a way for us to justify briefly the cost for the identified benefit. It can be qualitative, but mostly we want a quantitative analysis, which is called in number, in rupiahs, in dollars, in time, such as anticipated savings, cost avoided, return of investment, and etc. And we can list a special fund sources if our project is somewhat, let's say, have a big donor or maybe a third-party organization that wants to join in and can become a stakeholder that also gives us fund for the project. We can list and describe any sources of project funding, and maybe if there is a grant from, let's say, the government that we can be applied for, so we can have more funds for the project funding. We can put it here, especially because if the project is aligned with some of the government's ideals and government's principles and focus. Number 7, alternative analysis. This is for comparison or justification going forward with current business case. We need to state any other alternative project and or strategies that can be chosen. So we cannot just say, hey, the way to finish this problem is doing this project. There are no other solution. No, we cannot say it like that. We need to give alternative. If we can give the other alternative with, let's say, the comparison with our own solution, that will be beneficial, because business case itself is the result of having selected an option. So the reason for not selecting the alternative should be stated. So in this case, when we're creating business case, we're not like a salesman that pitch without telling the alternative of the solution that we propose. This is the ethical way. Okay, it's not always the business way, but it is the ethical way. The Part 8 is the approvals. The business case is a document in which approval is granted or denied. There is two possibilities here, granted or denied, to move forward with the creation of the project. Therefore, put approval signature here. Okay, I have provided a template, an example for this assignment. The assignment is build your own project, prepare a business case. You will need to be divided in teams, and you need to try to find a business case, find a problem, and then you try to create the business case that surrounds the problem. Project proposals. A proposal for internal project, which means within your own organization. will define at least three main parts. What will be done, why the business needs to be fulfilled, and how the result of the project will support the strategies of business. Internal project proposals will use a standard format within the organization. Each organization will have its own standard format. And we will include the business case that we have created earlier into our proposals. This is a sample template of internal project proposals. It consists of mainly 9 parts, whereas the red color is the points that needs to be included and need to be more defined. So one is project name and then date. This is just for informational. Background and scope, the business problem or needs, the situation. So you can derive this part from the business case. If we already create a good business case document, then we just need to use a different kind of language here, but essentially it's the same. We can put time frame here. This might be new. It's not in the business case document, but we can easily create it from the information there. And then the project budget, and then the key stakeholders. After that, we still need to state how we will monitor and evaluate this project. Then we put an approval there, name and date. What about external project? Sometimes external project is taken through the way of bidding. We have more competitors, and each competitor can give forth project proposals, a business case, and this is usually true for a government project. So for a general procedure with two levels bidding, we have an owner and a consultant. So we can say owner as private sector or government sector. So they prepare the bidding documents, terms of reference, requirements, self-estimated price, and then advertise the bid. Usually the projects for government do this flow, and after they advertise it, there will be registration, submission, okay, and the documents that the consultant created, and then they will select the consultant that will be included in the next selection. So this is first filtering. After they do the first filtering, then they give the consultant the bidding documents of the terms of reference and pre-bid meeting invitation. And then it goes for a pre-bid meeting. Usually we discuss the problems surrounding the business case, and then the expected level of output, and then the scope, and so on. And the consultant will create administration proposals, technical proposals, and cost proposals. Then the owner can evaluate these administration technical proposals, and of course the cost proposals. They will evaluate and they will say someone wins this. We call that winning a tender, and then it can go on to the signing of the contract. This is the general procedure, but there will be a slight derivative between one organization and other. The main flow is like this. Okay, the content of administration proposals. There will be bidding letters and declaration letters. And the proposal content of technical proposals will include introduction of the company that wants to bid for the project. Let's say I have a company that's called XYZ, so it's the introduction of my company XYZ and my company experiences. And then because I already received the terms of reference, I will state with my own writings and my own understanding of the terms of reference and the response of the terms of reference. I need to be specific here. Terms of reference here is created by the owner. Okay, the people that want, the people or organization that wants the project to be done. And then we can write down the innovation appreciation, any innovation that can be used, approach and method that we're going to use, or methodology, and then the work plan, generic work plan, of course, and the generic schedule. After that, we can say who is the people that's expert in this area and what is their responsibility and what is their schedule. After that, we need to define the organization of work and how reports being collected, created, and maintained, and how many staffs are needed and how many facilities that are going to be needed to finish the project. And the end will be remarks. Appendix of the technical proposals will be supporting documents that connected to the projects, and then the curriculum vitae and additional data of the bidder, and maybe some other documents that are required. Usually when you're bidding a project for government or big organization, they ask for many supporting documents. And then content of the cost proposals for external project. Usually it's comprised of three components: personnel direct costs, non-personnel direct costs, and recapitulation. I have included the file. You can see in the XLS, and the total cost should be smaller than in terms of reference. It's usually like that, because if an organization such as government said, hey, I want a project to be done, this is the scope, and I want you to do it in 999 billion maybe, okay, and then if we put the total cost of our proposals to be, let's say, 1,000, you can make sure that you're not going to get the project. So we need to put the number lower. Okay, even the same number, we need to compete with other organization. But I need to tell you this. But if you have a more better solution that takes the solution a step further than the one that's being addressed in the TOR, you can open a dialogue and try to tell them that, yes, maybe I propose a project which takes more of your money, but you get more from this. You get more technology, or you get more you get the project finished faster or something. You can try that, but usually, like I say, usually we need to put the cost smaller than the terms of reference. Okay, so this is the second assignment. You need to write the proposal, but it's for the internal organization, and using the provided proposal templates, you can create project budget example and project proposal template. Beware though, you need to finish the first assignment, which is the business case. After you create the business case, then you can create the project proposals quite easily, or more easily. Okay, that's it for our second meeting. I thank you. The content that I have said in this video is provided in the e-learning, and you can access it and try to read it first. If you have any question, then you can ask me or direct message to me or within our group of class. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more learning and information. This is Joko Christian. See you later. Bye bye.